Survivor Thrivers, Authentically Me, Regina B is back with another video. How are you? I hope you are well. I hope you're in good health, and I truly mean that. If I'm back, it means I'm back to do day 3 of our It's Not You, It's Them 30 Days of Hope and Help for the Adult of a Narcissist Parent by Debbie Tudor. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I like to go through these therapy workbooks because they're really fun for me. They really help me along on my journey, and it really helps me to just learn and discover new things. I have done this book previously, so we are revisiting this. If you haven't looked at earlier videos where I go through this book, I encourage you to check them out. But let's get into day 3, 2023. Okay, we covered day 2. So day 3 says, the competition. No wound is deeper than the wounds of a parent to their child, no matter the age of the child. Debbie Tudor. It is often true that the narcissist needs you to appear to be less than who you really are in order for them to feel as if they are more than who they really are. So you are told either directly or indirectly, you can't do that, better play it safe, you're not smart, strong, confident enough, you can't do better than I did, better not try. Excuse me. A narcissistic mother often competes with her scapegoat daughter, and a narcissist father his son. Any success you achieve beyond their level is diminished, belittled, or warned against as dangerous. For example, upon receiving my master's degree, I was told, well, if you had a doctorate like Dr. Phil, now that would be something. You may be told that risk-taking is not a good idea in order to keep you from surpassing them. So what I will say to that is all of that is so very true. When I think back to different sports that I did in school, I wasn't very supported. I wasn't really encouraged to go further, go deeper, try harder. I don't believe she ever attended one of my track meets. I was in a play, and she did come to my play, and I was in the choir, and I performed Mariah's All I Want for Christmas Is You, and she was at that. But yeah, all of that is very true. It's funny that she says a narcissist mother often competes with her scapegoat daughter. That is so true. And I finally, the catalyst of like everything and her hanging up on me and giving me the silent treatment came because we were in a disagreement, and I was really standing my ground. And I was really just like, it was around an event where I was feeling pressure to spend time around her, and she was kind of forcing herself on me, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And so we were going back and forth, and this is like 4 years ago, so I don't remember the details, but I do remember what caused her to hang up the phone on me, and I finally just said it. And I said, you're jealous of me. And she got so mad, and she like hung up on me. I think she sent like an angry text or whatever. I think we went back and forth over text too. And then a year later, she called me, and she wanted to revisit that conversation. And I was absolutely adamant, I'm not going to go back and forth about that. I apologize, if I hurt your feelings, but I pretty much was on the energy of like, I said what I said. And I said, I hope you can forgive me. I forgive you. Let's move forward. And so she uses this terminology like she's like, okay, she's in agreement to go ahead and move forward. Okay, bye. Are you coming back? Are you coming back? Okay.
Go get a cookie, whatever.
My son and my daughter's up. But she used this terminology because she is, I don't know if she's a licensed therapist, but she's like a social worker. So she used these words and this wording and this terminology like we were going to move forward in a different direction, but then she came right back around to trying to discuss that disagreement we had a year ago. And that's when I'm like, I'm not doing it, none of that. And so, I get called an explicitive, and she hangs up. And then, after that, Gracie, go get the iPad and sit for just a second while I do this video, okay? I'll be really quick, okay? Okay, you can get you a bag of chips.
I can't open the cookies.
Okay, I'll get you some cookies when I'm done.
Okay, and some chips.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this time. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, and she hung up on me, and then I decided to go into my journey of no contact. I started, dang, that was this. I started my therapy journey and all of those things. But yeah, the belittling, the diminishing, and it really also plays into the self-doubt and why I play myself so small. Even when I was doing my yoga class that I did on the 17th, it's like before that, I was afraid to tell two really close friends who pour light and love. They're my sisters, and they pour light and love into me, and they support me. But because I have such self-doubt, I'm always scared to reach out to them. And so this time I did, because I'm like, no, I know that they want to support me. I know that they won't belittle me. They won't diminish me. They won't warn me against doing something. And I have to stop viewing people through that lens of belittling, not supporting, diminishing, and all those things. So yeah, this is very, very true. But the competing thing, absolutely. I think that's true for me and my older sister. I think, it always felt like this sense of a grudge of some kind, So anyway, moving right along quickly. Affirmation for today. It may be right to achieve all that I dream of, and I go forward today to do just that. I said that wrong. Let me say it again. It is my right to achieve all that I dream of, and I go forward today to do just that. It is my right to achieve all that I dream of, and I go forward today to do just that. It is my right to achieve all that I dream of, and I go forward today to do just that. What this means to me is all of the things that I think I want to do, I can do them, and I can do them successfully, and I can do them without giving up, and I can do them without thinking that I'm going to fail. Oh, go over there, baby. Just 1 second, Gracie, please. You got me all this day long, okay? Just 1 second. My hair coming down out of my clip. But what this means, I can achieve everything I dream of. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So I can do it. And I can go forward today knowing my next yoga event is going to be successful. And it's going to be even more successful than my first one. If I want to become a guided run coach to where it's like, Peloton, people are running on a treadmill and, we're in a studio and I'm coaching them, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it successful. And whatever journey I go on, everything that I do, I will succeed, and I can do it. That's what that means to me. Yay. Journal to heal, renouncing the competition. Please have more paper ready or write on the back of these pages. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Write as fast as you can, not stopping to censor yourself. Write about the following sentence. I deserve to achieve my dreams, but I was told to. When the timer stops, go back and circle words or phrases that stand out to you, good or bad, negative or positive. And as you know, this particular exercise, we're doing this together. I'm doing it impromptu. I'm doing it freestyle, unrehearsed, no practice. So it says, write for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it for as long as I can. But it says, write about the following sentence. I deserve to achieve my dreams, but I was told. Let me think about that. It's so far in my past. No, I'm just playing. Let's see. I wasn't told things. I just wasn't encouraged. I wasn't given the resources that I need to achieve the dreams that I had. Like I had a dream of wanting to one day become a photographer. and I took photography class. And I remember her not being willing to get me my 35 millimeter SLR camera, which she did not. My godmother at the time, she was the one that poured light into me. Her husband gifted me a 35 millimeter SLR camera, and she actually took me on a trip to New York. My godmother did. But that relationship, again, was not encouraged. She also took me to visit different colleges because I wanted to go to school in New York. So she took me, the one I believe I remember the best was Hofstra. She took me there, we toured there, we talked to a counselor, but that was not encouraged. When I went away to school locally, it was encouraging, it was exciting, but it was more like of an encouraging of, for her, like I don't know. It just, I felt like she was happy for me, but I wasn't allowed to bloom because she blew the phone up and, you know, would try to argue with me about never being in the dorm room or never being able to talk to her. And it was like, I'm out being a college student. And the more that you gripe at me, the more I don't want to talk to you. You know, so that wasn't encouraged. She actually started going to school herself, which good for her. And then my financial stuff was just left to nothing. And so I ended up having to leave school because the second semester, the paperwork didn't get done and I didn't have the finances to go. Anything else? No, I mean, everything else, it just, like I said, it always felt like, yes, she wanted me to do things, but not to go beyond her. So the things that I would circle is not encouraged, the words not encouraged, you know, not allowed to blossom. It's a lot of knots in there. I would say there's a lot of knots that I just said. You can go back through and read it again and see it again. But yeah, there's a lot of knots that's in there that, you know, is not good. But I guess the positive is when I graduated high school, she was very happy. When I did, you know, enroll in college and took the initiative to like fill out the college application and all that, you know, she made sure that I had everything that I needed to move into a dorm. Yeah, so that's all I would say. Day 3 was really good as well. So far, day 2 has been my favorite, but this one has been very good as well. And I'm gonna keep going forward. I'm gonna keep pushing. But I just want you to know, just going back to the you can't do it, better play it safe. Don't play it safe. Because when you fall down, that's how you learn how not to take that misstep again. When you make a mistake, that's how you learn how to overcome that mistake and succeed. So don't count yourself out of a race. Don't think that whatever you're dreaming of is impossible for you to do, that it's too late in life for you to do it, that you don't have the education or the tools or any of that. Anything you set your mind to, you can do it. You can do anything. When that scripture that I just said, and I'll leave it down in the description where you can find it, but I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. It doesn't say some things. It doesn't say safe things. It says all things. You can do all things. And maybe you won't get it perfect, but you will be able to do it. And you can go as far and as far as you want to go. I need to go and be a mother, so I'm going to put a period in here. Thank you guys so much for rocking with the channel. I've been seeing the views and my numbers have kind of gone up a little bit, so that's so encouraging. I really appreciate it. If you're on a journey on your own or you want to share your own story, leave a comment down in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not. Share the channel with someone that you think will be encouraged by this content. Remember to get out there and get after whatever your get after is. If you're able to get after it, I love you. God loves you so much more.